Hey, Franny here. I wanted to pop in and let you know that we are under contract with our house that we just listed Friday. I'm very excited. This is at 4316 Bell in West Plaza, the one that's so close to all the really great restaurants. And the reason I'm bringing this up is if you are a homeowner who's been thinking about selling your house this year, and I just want to give you a few helpful hints on how to get your house ready to sell. It is a little overwhelming. Look, if I was to sell my house, my husband and I were just talking about it, and we're real estate agents. Like, how do you get it going? How do you overcome some of the big hurdles that, especially if you've lived in your house for more than 10 years, it can be quite challenging. The owner of this house, he lived here for 11 years, got married, they moved to another house, and he was still struggling. We started working on getting his house ready in December. It took literally a little over 2 months. Many things went in. A team of people, our team, from handyman contractors, cleaners, stagers, the owner himself. It was an all hands on deck. And the big thing to know is we are like your project manager. And I know sometimes if you haven't sold a house, or if you haven't sold a house with a team who really knows what they've been doing, like we do at Urban Cool KC, having done this for 20 years with the team aspect, you just don't know. And that's what I wanted to share with you in this video is how we can really help you get this ball rolling. So most of our homeowners that are selling are just starting the process. Some have already started. I have a homeowner over in Waldo. They've started painting the interior of their house. So they're working on it. Most of the time people are going to list end of March and April. It's kind of the routine. You could list earlier. Look, we're having 60 degrees weather today, and you certainly can list sooner. The last, you really don't want to list much later. If you can control it, then June, July. It's just kind of the routine of how houses sell the best in our market. So I'm going to walk you through the house and just kind of give you some pointers and give you some ideas on things that we did to this house that could help you to kind of get the ball rolling. So we do start with getting the front porch, front part as clean, presentable as we can. We do add a few things like these planters, even though they are fake. Just to point something out, this porch had a really outdated, old, worn out ceiling fan. I should have taken a picture. Maybe I can pull one up, but we got that replaced. That was so important. They didn't have any outdoor furniture. They had moved everything, the owners. So we just brought this over just to bring a little bit of light color. We cleaned the whole front of this house as much as we could. When we started, we did do this first floor was actually a bluish greenish color with the white trim. We tried to clean it up. Our cleaners scrubbed the walls and tried to clean them up, and they were just not really going to clean up well enough. So we did hire painters to come in and paint it white. When we are in kind of the last parts of getting the house ready, and we discover something like, oh my gosh, because we were not planning on painting. The paint at the time when we first went through the house in December looked like it was going to be okay. But then when we discovered that it was not okay, we had to get painters in fairly quickly. And really, we didn't have the time to think about a color that would have been a little bit more um, not so neutral and so stark. So white would not have been our normal choice for this. But when in a hurry and we just need to get it done, off-white is kind of the way to go. And our staging can bring the color back into the room, but it doesn't always work that way. If we would prefer to have more time when we start out to pick colors, and we do have painting experts who help us to pick the right colors for the house, for the area. I know that sounds weird, but Kansas City is not like people look for different styles of house and paint colors and stuff in the urban core of Kansas City versus in the suburbs of Kansas City. So, well, the staging is kind of different as well too. So anyway, we figured out we needed to get this painted. Also, some of the ceiling had some leaks, and walls had some cracks in them, and so those all got fixed too as we were going through this process. So once it got painted, once it was painted, and the first floor was mostly cleared out, we started doing staging. And the homeowner, we did not wait for the homeowner to get everything out. He had a lot of stuff still upstairs and in the basement, but we went ahead and started the staging process and the cleaning process. So we were doing that. The Urban Co KC team has stagers. We hire out the cleaning. That is part of the whole process. We do prefer to also have a window cleaner come and do window cleaning. We have a price list of all those services that we provide you in the beginning. So, so when we first start working together, we have a checklist of all the items that typically need to be done. So the first thing is starting to organize and clean out your space. And if you need help with that, we do have organizers. We talk about renting storage units, pods, organizing just within your house. So we work on that whole organizational piece. We can help you with that, or we have people who do that just as their whole business. So that's the very first step, is starting to get things out of the house. Then we start looking at the maintenance and pieces of the house that need to be fixed. We recommend putting in place a home warranty. So if things start to break down, then you have that covered. Home warranty is free for the time that you are working with us, if you provide a home warranty for the first year for the buyer. So it's very important to do that. Then we start talking about getting the house cleaned, and hiring a cleaner is really the best way to go. You're going to spend $500 to $1,000 with cleaner, a professional cleaner, deep cleaning, and window cleaning. So $1,000 really is the number you should put down for that. You can clean your own house. I'm just going to tell you, professionals do a better job of that. Then the next thing that we look at is, do you need to have some resurfacing of your floors or painting done? We do talk about if you need to upgrade your bathrooms or kitchens, if that's an expense that we need to take into consideration. The other big thing is lighting. Sometimes your lighting has gotten outdated, and we will make recommendations on whether you need to change out some of your light fixtures. Can really make the house, for not too much more money, look better. And then the final piece that we do is the staging. We do our own staging, and we offer that mostly complimentary. We may ask for you to help us cover the moving fees. That helps us out as well. In the next video, we'll talk about how we go about pricing a house like this, because it's challenging right now, pricing. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video.